Facebook page. He's amazing. Infinite Breath. And while I was in that breathwork session with him, I saw at the end where I was like this pin, right? I've talked to you guys about this before. I'm this pin and you guys are this other pin wherever you guys are. And the energy is bouncing off, okay? And it's sending out large beams. So for you guys today, I would like you guys to drop in the comments where you're listening from today. Because I feel like that's very important about sending out that direction of energy, because the energy is very important that's going on today. There, you can see they already have me moving all over the place. So, and it was amazing because also I want to talk about that breath work a little bit more. In that breath work this morning, he had me flying. He had me up on this mountain and I was just flying, and I was flying with all these faceless people. And I started to recognize some of them and not some of them. And I recognize those people as you people, as all the people, right? And I'm getting goosebumps as I tell you that. So I recognize that as all the people. And we were just up there on this mountain. As soon as we let go of like the heavy weights of everything that we were holding on to, because I released a little bit of stuff, right? We're still releasing stuff. We're still getting rid of stuff. But while we were up there, we all started to fly. And he was playing this music in the background that sounded like we were like dancing. And we were like switching partners. We were touching everybody. We were going round and round. And we were just having so much fun and joy. So I hope you guys can feel that. They're giving me goosebumps as I tell you that right now. So I hope you guys can feel that, and that we have the ability to break free out of our humanness and to be able to fly at the same time, if that makes sense. Because a lot of what's going on right now is to help us to connect into our higher self, into our soul self, to really figure out what's going on here, okay? And he also had me doing this thing where I was shooting this beam of light out of my third eye. So I want you guys to try that today. But it was like this connection. It was like we were kind of like shooting out whatever might still be in the way. So that we could see clearly. It's very important that we start to see clearly, because there's a lot of misinformation out there right now. And I see it being spewed all over the internet. So you have to discern. Remember, I've been talking about this for a while. Only take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind, okay? There's trying to confuse us out there, and we don't want confusion. We want to be in clarity, right? We want to have clarity about what we're putting into our lives, right? So this is, again, why it's so important that we're creating our own reality, right? We need to create our own reality out of love and happiness of things that we would like to have in our lives, right? This, again, is a reset for Earth, Mother Earth. This is a reset for humanity. We have choices that we can make now that are going to affect us in great, great ways. So staying positive, being mindful of the things that you're saying, okay, even if it's to yourself. I had a friend yesterday that had to call a utility company, and she goes, I'm gearing up for the fight with that utility company. I was like, whoa, wait a minute, don't do that. What are you doing? You're setting yourself up for that. I was like, you're going to connect in with someone that's going to be very appreciative of having your phone call and be very helpful on the other side. We want to put that out there rather than it's going to be a fight, right? Because we were no more fighting. We're supposed to be coming together. There's supposed to be unity. There's supposed to be love, right? So be mindful of the words that you're putting out there, okay? Because this is very, very important as we move forward. So again, I appreciate each and every one of you for tapping in today and being a part of this show, being a part of humanity in this time and place, being part of the change, because you guys are all very responsible for this. You guys are responsible for yourselves, and you're responsible for everything that you're choosing right now and how the collective moves forward, okay? So think about that. It's not just about you, it's about the collective, right? Because the collective said before, we don't want to work this hard anymore, right? So now we're not working that hard. Pretty much we're home. Maybe none of us are working at all, whatever might be going on. So it's now time to like restructure in your mind what that's going to look like for you. Because if you're the creator of your reality, which I've been telling you, you are going to start creating some fantastic things. Okay. Fantastic. And I know there's a lot of crap going on around us, because I had to actually have to go off the internet yesterday. There was just too much stuff being spewed left, right, otherwise, upside down, turned around. Anyways, I wish everyone would just be truthful. I wish that would make it much easier, wouldn't it? If everyone would just stand in their truth. That's one of the things I talk about all the time, right? It's about us standing in our truth. So I hope those out there start standing in their truth too, because as we do that, we start to raise that vibration, right? Because right now the vibration's like, woo! It may be high for some people and it's really low for others. It all depends on where you're at right now in life. If you're still feeling crappy and you're the victim and things are still happening to you, then you're going to have a harder time rather than go, all right, this happened. I'm just going to go with the flow. That's how I always talk about getting in that lazy river and just enjoying the ride, right? Which way is the river going to take you? It doesn't matter. And it's all in divine time too, right? Because that's another thing us humans get all caught up in. Time. Oh, and I have some exciting news to share today too. Next week, if you guys are going to be tapping into my show, you're going to have to look for us on YouTube and Facebook, okay? YouTube and Facebook for the Goldylocks Productions, because we will be changing to a different platform. See, we're changing here at Goldylocks Productions too, and at the Joyful Finding Show and all the other shows. So I'm just throwing that out there so that you guys remember to tap in next week through YouTube or Facebook, whatever's going to be convenient for you. And I think we can send out notices like a half hour before or something, but that's not, you guys just have to remember Wednesdays at 1, put me in your calendar, Wednesdays at 1 Eastern time. I need to tap into Melissa's show. Because that's what I do. That's what I do. Because I forget now, because it's Blur Day. I'm not sure what day it is, They all kind of blend together. The only reason I kind of know is I have my show today, so I know today is Wednesday. My little alarm went off and told me in my phone. So how are you guys all doing out there? I see I have a bunch of people out there. I see Carol Ann out there. Hey, Carol Ann. I got Wendy Ray, Maureen, Sarah, Laura, Linnell, and anyone else that's out there on Facebook and YouTube, I'm sure. I appreciate each and every one of you for joining me today. Laura, yeah, Blur Day. I love it. Me too. Because I don't know what day it is. They all blend together now. There's kind of no set routine. In homeschooling, I kind of have a little bit of a routine. I think we do more of our work in the afternoon. I get my stuff done in the morning. We get the kids' stuff done in the afternoon. We've kind of balanced the day out so we can get things going. But it's been a structuring thing, right? We've had to restructure our lives. Some of us that have kids have to do homeschooling now, or help with their schoolwork, or make sure they're getting it done, stay on top of that. A lot of different things are happening right now, right? And I have to say that it's getting very, very hot down here in Sarasota, Florida. I'll have to be changing up my space into an inside space. So I'll probably be doing that by next week too. Because it feels like summer today. I think it's probably like 90 out and the sun's not even out full bore. It's behind all those clouds. But it's getting much hotter here, right? You guys are probably colder around the rest of the world. But again, you guys, I need you guys to tap in today and actually put down where you guys are listening from today. This is very important in the meditation that I did this morning with the breath work with Greg. So you guys check out Greg on my Facebook page, or Infinite Breath on Facebook. He's pretty cool. He's really good at what he does. And he has an amazing story too. It's funny because there's a lot of things going on, and see, I can't even sit still. I'm like, the energy is just rocking and rolling. So I hope you guys are feeling that energy too, because it's not letting me sit still. It's just vibrating me. It's like, woo, 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 woo. There's just lots of, okay, there's lots of energy flowing out. Ooh, Linnell says, walking in the woods with a coat, high 8 today, 58, North Tahoe, California. Woo, girl. I wish it was 58 here today. I'd probably be comfortable. But enjoy that walk in the woods. That's awesome. Because it's about tapping into nature again, too, right? This is important that we're tapping into nature. The birds and the animals, the animal kingdom that's showing up for us and stuff. Again, this morning, I had my parrot show up again, people. I'm going to show you the picture. Because he came in, he squawked, and then there he was. I couldn't believe it. He amazes me every time. There's my little parrot that showed up for me again today, right outside my window, right outside of here. And he was a little chatty for me, and he was my little talker. So the animals are showing up just when they need to, right? Because parrots are about communication. And what am I going to do? I always get a bird with you. I must be a bird in another lifetime or something. Who knows? I've had lots of birds showing up this week, and I've seen lots of baby birds too. So you can tell it's spring. There's lots of babies being born too. So what's shaking for you guys out there in the world of isolation land? Because everyone's still in isolation. Some states are more in isolation than others, depending on how severe the problems are. I feel, you know, what do you guys feel about being shut down now? How is that? How are you guys reacting to it? Are you guys doing okay? Are you getting a little stir crazy? Are you ready to start moving around again? What are you believing out there? What are you feeling out there? Laura says, loving it, peaceful and expansive. It really is. Now let's talk about that, because as you guys have been sitting home, right, being isolated from your friends and whatnot, our intuition, our telepathy is kicked into high gear. Okay. So I don't know if you guys have recognized this yet or not, but it has kicked into high gear. We are starting to pick up on a lot more stuff without even verbally having to talk to anybody or anything, because I'm getting all kinds of stuff. I got a message from a friend the other day, and the night before I had already had the vision in my head. And she told me about it, and I'm like, I already knew that. And it was like, I already knew that. How did I know that? Because I telepathically communicated with her to have that information, which was pretty crazy. So awesome. Oh, all right. I see I have a question. Woo, woo. All right, Jolie the ninja. Melissa, do you see me buying my own home soon? Yes, actually I do. I don't feel like it's that far off for you at all. I feel like this has been in the planning stages for a while. Now I feel like it's just you have to find the place you want to live, right? I feel like you already have the list. I feel like there's a list that you have about all your housing needs that you would like to have. So I don't really feel like it's that far off. I feel like the interest rates are actually coming down, so that's going to be helpful for you too. So it's going to be a lot easier for you in getting that house. Woo, woo. Oh, really? Is that you're going to move to Florida, or are you already in Florida? Yes, to your house. Okay, let's see. Already here. Okay, so you're just changing locations then. Moving down the street or around the block or around the state or whatever. I don't feel like it's very far from where you are now. Actually, a block or two maybe, but it's more of an upgrade of what you're looking for and everything that you are looking to do. So, woo-hoo, good for you. I feel like that'll happen for you, girl. It's going to happen, and it's going to go easily because you're going to allow that to go easily for yourself. So I hope that was helpful for you. Jolie the ninja. I always want to go. They have me going all ninja on you. How have you guys been protecting your energy? Do you feel like you still need to protect it? Are you feeling pretty strong about that? Not letting outside influences in your energy. I feel like I need to talk about my Glenda the Good Witch bubble again. I walk around in my Glenda the Good Witch bubble, my pink translucent bubble, and I see out. People can see in, but the negativity has to stay on the outside of that bubble. And as much negativity that's being flung around right now, I suggest everybody put up their bubble. From Facebook, Katie, I am ready to move too. The appraisal came in lower than the buying price. What do you see happening? All right, let me tap into that for you, Kathy. Excuse me. All right. So, there's a lot of confusion with that situation that you have going on right there, Kathy. I would almost seek out another appraisal because I feel like there's something going on in the background that's not legit, if that makes sense. So I feel like there's a little deception going on, not on your side. I feel like on somebody else's side. So I feel like there just needs to be looked into a little bit, but I feel like that's not your dream all die all house. You know what I mean? Your end all be all. So I feel like, it's time for you to go, all right, what is everything? They see me, you getting out your blank piece of paper, right? Your blank piece of paper and writing down what it is that you desire to have in that beautiful house that you want to have in. So I feel like that's coming up for you right away. Sometimes the universe puts obstacles in our ways because that's not for our highest and best. And I feel like that's happening to a lot of us right now. So it's like, no worries. It's all good. I feel like you got this. No worries. Just see yourself already living in your perfect paradise. Okay. And that goes for everybody. See yourself looking in everybody's perfect paradise, right? What does your perfect house look like? What does your perfect little oasis look like? They want you to start designing that in your head. You know, some people already have it and they're just recreating inside of it. Some of us need to move into something that's going to create that or finally be that. So I see a lot of movement going on this year. There's a lot of people that want to move out of state. They want to move out of town. They want to move maybe not so much out of the country right now because it's a given right now. But there's a lot of people that want to start moving around a little bit. So your energy is being called to move somewhere else, to do something else. And they have me doing it as a little, it's funny because I feel like I'm a DJ, but I'm spinning off into the future there somewhere. But it's like, woo, spin out and kind of go. You never know what's going to happen. Whew, I tell you what, peoples, the energy is high and on fire. All right. Well, now, out of relationship, old relations. What is that actually a question? What let this happen? Oh, you're having a little conversation over there. I believe. I love that you guys have these little conversations over there. That means you guys are interacting with each other, which is fantastic. Let's see what else they want me to share. They should want me to share about love always, right? Because if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it. That's not sharing love, okay? For us to share love, we have to actually put loving words out there. We have to put the loving vibration out there. How do we change the vibration? We could be negative or we could be happy or joyful, whatever you want this word to be. And then all of a sudden, woo, you know, we kind of shoot up out of that. So sharing more love out there, people, is so important right now. So, so important because that's what we are. Love, 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 and joy, joy, joy. Kathy says, you are right. Thank you. You're welcome, honey. I'm glad you reached into the show today. I'm glad you're here. So it's like all these things that are starting to shift and change for us. We have only responsibility for ourselves. We can't change anybody else, right? We've talked about this before. We can lead the horse to water. We can't make the horse drink, right? We can plant the seeds. We can't make the seeds grow in the other person. Because I noticed in the last couple of weeks, I get a little anxious and people get, you know, wake up a little bit and then I'm like bombarding them with information and it's just information overload. You have to just give a little bit and let that sit and grow before you can carry on with the rest or the next set of information. Okay. Because sometimes we can like freak people out. It's too much. It's way too much energy. It's way too much information. Or it's just what they need to help connect the dots or things that they've been trying to figure out that they can't figure out. And it's like, why does this keep happening? And then all of a sudden they see this one thing and you're like, whoa, I get it. And I want everyone to start getting it. We are in the middle of a great awakening, right? More spiritual people are waking up. We're starting to see what the truth really is around us and what we've been lied to about. And as we expand that truth in ourselves, we expand that around the planet and we make people responsible for owning their own crap, right? Because I've always said that I have not been the best person, right? I say this almost every time. I have not been this best person in this lifetime, but I had to learn to be a good person. I had to learn that because of the things that I learned when I was younger. Not everything I did was out of love. Not everything I did was, it came out of more ego and what would it do for me? And now I'm like, all right, I'm all about love. What can I do for everybody else? And I'm way back here, but I know that I have to have self-care, just like all you have to have self-care. We still need to take care of ourselves, but it's also about us sharing that love, right? This is the most important part. So if you're spewing anger at somebody out there, you're not spreading love. You're spreading the opposite, okay? And we need to balance dark and light. We need to balance good and bad, right? We're way out of balance now, right? It's probably all over the charts right now. But we need to bring a balance back, right? So what is that balance for you? If you keep spewing the ugly stuff, your life is not going to get pretty, okay? Because we are the manifestors of our thoughts. So if you're throwing negativity out there, the universe is listening. God is listening to what we're throwing out there. Are we coming from that love vibration? Very, 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 very important we come from that love vibration. I cannot express this enough every week that we need to come from the love vibration. And as you can see, they have me like tapping that into you. I don't know what they're doing, but you never know. They always have me doing stuff with my hands and moving energetically because I still don't understand half of what I do. And probably half of you don't either, but we're getting closer and closer to understanding who our true selves are and really starting to recognize the truth, right? And we can do this with our eyes closed, right? I'm going to pretend I'm closing my eyes. And we're going to pretend that we have truth in front of us. And we want to go, what does that feel like to us? We need to start trusting that inner feeling, right? We need to start trusting that heart chakra, that soul self that's leading us in the right direction, right? Because we get into conflict sometimes because we think things are right and they're really not. But it's time for us to step outside of that and really go, what does that love vibration look like for me? What does that feel like for me? And protect yourself from outside influence. And don't listen to anyone else either, because they don't know you. They're not you. They're not walking in your shoes. They will never be in your shoes. They will always be them, and you will always be you. This is why we are responsible for what we've done, right? So I apologize, right? This is important that we do too. We apologize, whether in our minds, to the people, whatever. I've done all that, and I'm sure you guys have done that too. And I forgive the people that have done me wrong. So now we're on a clean slate again, right? I forgive you, you forgive me, we're starting fresh again. Can we have that happen as a society right now? This is what I'm hoping for, because we need to have that. We need to have more stability. And I hope those people that are starting to stand in their truth really start to stand up big, because those ones that are, you're going to notice them. They're going to start to climb to the rising. I don't even know what this is yet, but they are rising above. They are like this beautiful lighthouse. Okay. They're changing into a lighthouse because they started small and then they've changed into this lighthouse. Now, this lighthouse is that signal, this signal, woo, woo, woo. You know, the light is going around. It's calling in more truth. It's sending out truth. It's the vibrations that we want to be sending out, right? And each one of us have one of these on top of our heads. We have that thing that says, all right, we're sending out truth. We're sending out love. We're sending out this. We're sending out that. And we're going to stand in that, and we're going to own that. You know, and it's very hard to do that right now because there's 2 sides of the fence. There might even be 5 sides of the fence. I'm not even sure. It's so confusing out there right now, trying to make sense of it all. And I'm sure you guys feel the same way, but it's okay. It's okay. Everything's going to happen in divine time. And believe it or not, you guys are all following your path, whether you believe this time out is what was supposed to happen or not. We all signed up for this. We all volunteered for this. We said we would like to go to Earth and be a part of that great awakening, right? Because we've been to Earth and we've tried this before, right? We've done this. This time we're winning. We are winning. We are winning. Okay. It may not feel that way, but love is winning. Okay. This is spiritual warfare as much as anything else, right? Light, dark, good, evil, however you want to look at it. And the more that we can stand in our light, the more we can balance that out, okay? And it's very important, right? It's very important. And it's funny because I've been watching a lot of different videos since I have all this time to be at home now at night. And it's like I'm spending time going to things that are like being put in front of me that help me connect more of the dots. Right? Because everything that I need actually flows right in front of me. I haven't had to go look for anything unless maybe it's a definition sometimes. Sometimes I have to look up definitions. But if it's something that Spirit or God wants me to know, it flows right in front of me. Okay, so that's fantastic because the information, sometimes I just have to go on Facebook and it's the first thing that I see right there. I'm like, oh, yeah, I get it now. That's so awesome. You know what I mean? Or it could be anywhere. It could be like I go in my email and someone sends me an email about the same thing that I was just thinking about. I have a friend that does that often. I'll go in the email and I'm like, man, she must have been in my brain. Again, that's more of the telepathy that's working for us, right? Because more of our abilities are coming online. More of our senses, hearing, seeing, sensing, all of them are coming online. Woo, woo, woo. All right. Linnell just found a sunny rock to sit on. Perfect. You know what's funny? Because I was like, I'll tell you guys where I was in my meditation this morning because I wanted to go somewhere that I actually knew. So he asked me to go to this mountain space. So I went to Arcadia, Maine. Have you guys ever been there? And I was up on Cadillac Mountain, which is kind of funny. I didn't even remember the name until just now. And I was on this big boulder. I was on top and I was standing on this big rock. Right. And it was just amazing because I could see the water. I could see the ocean. I could turn around and I could see all the mountainous of Maine. It was very, very cool. So you guys, put yourself in a meditation. Maybe it's somewhere where you've been before. And I felt like I needed to connect back in with Maine anyways, because that's where I spent, I'm from New England originally anyways. But I felt like that connection really needed to be made up there. So again, me being in Florida, right? Here I am down on the southwest of Florida, and I'm, doing my meditation all the way up there in Maine. So I've shot myself all the way up at the East Coast, which is kind of funny because I wish I had my extra drawings that I've been keeping around lately, where I could show you where I've actually drawn the state, and they have me energetically putting stuff on the map. To help the world and society. It's kind of weird what I do sometimes, but so cool. Maybe I'll turn that into a book too. I'll just scan all these pictures and I'll be like, all right, I don't know what it means for y'all, but it might mean something at this point because, some of them are a year old. So it's like getting your information out there is like, woo-woo. Remember, I saw you looking off at mountains. Laura, you're right. You did. Oh my gosh. You see how this leads into, okay. So Laura has her show Angels and Healing, right? And I think I was on that a couple weeks ago and got a message. I keep missing it the last couple weeks. I don't know. So it's been a couple weeks. But she always gives me great messages and they're always spot on. And it's good that she remembers because sometimes I forget unless it's the very next day and then I can remember because there's so much that my brain needs to retain. I can't retain it all. That's why it's like sometimes even doing these readings and stuff, you'll say, hey, do you remember you told me da 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 da? And I go, no, sorry, don't. It was in the channel and I wasn't in the channel. The channel was the channel, if that makes sense. But laughing and having more joy right now is important too. So if you guys can find something funny to watch on TV, or if you can just, call up your friend and laugh about things that you used to do, or, just laugh at yourself. Sometimes that helps too. Woo, woo, woo. All right. Oh my God, are you serious? Laura just said, I just Googled images of it and you said mountains and there are some pictures of the South Trail that look like what I saw. That is awesome. See how in tune we are? You know what I mean? Because she gave me that messages weeks ago. Okay, weeks ago. So this will show you that sometimes when you get a message from someone, it doesn't come true right away, but it may come through in a couple weeks. It may come true in 6 months. It may come true in a year. It all depends on you, right? Because I almost didn't do the meditation today. I almost didn't do that breath work with Greg today. And then I was like, no, I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? And there it was putting me up on that mountain. So woo, woo, woo. Oh, that's cute. Dogs just came to see Linnell. That's awesome. You're getting the animal kingdom too. 4 dogs of loyalty. I love it. So let's see what else they want me to share with you all today, because there's a lot going on. And I know sometimes it feels like I'm all over the place, but it just comes through the way it comes through. And I know some people have mentioned, even my brothers mentioned, that I talk too fast, but when I'm channeling, I can't help it. The energy just flows through me. I don't have any control over that. That just lets you know that this is really where it's coming from, so that it's coming from a better vibration than just Melissa as the human. But it's all good, because the vibration is most important. My words sometimes aren't as much. Sometimes it's just the vibration that my word carries to you, or the image that my hand coming out at you carries to you. I don't know where 4 dogs of loyalty came from, but that's what they said. Just like I can't make this stuff up. You know what I mean? I don't have time. We just don't have time for that. It's about standing in what we believe in that moment, right? So the information flows. We just let it flow through us. Don't analyze it. Don't think about it. Don't second guess yourself. This is something you guys do when you're starting to use your abilities. You start second guessing yourself. Don't do it. Just let the energy, the information flow right from you. Sometimes, it may come out inappropriate, but sometimes that happens. Maybe that's exactly the way it needed to come out to make a point. Because I know sometimes I did a reading the other day over the video, and I felt like I was being like a scolding mother, you know what I mean? But it was like the information that needed to come through, and it was way cool. But it's not through. I don't know how to explain it, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So again, if you guys have any questions, make sure you pop it over there in the little comment box. And I'd be happy to answer that for you. But I can feel like everyone that's tapping in right now, everyone that's on this call right now, in this zone right now, is definitely coming from a very good vibration. Like you guys are definitely starting. Yes, baby. Okay, don't tell people what your password is. But you notice all the onesies thrown out there. And you need to go wipe your face down, honey. You got stuff on it. Interesting, because 111 keeps coming up for me today. So I'm going to write that down because it came up. I saw it at 111 today, and I saw it at 1111 today. And now that my son's bringing it out there, there's a lot of one vibration going on out there, right? Because maybe we're all alone. We're all feeling like we're singular, right? But really, we all add up, right? We all add up. You need all the ones to keep adding us all up. 3 straight to me. And okay. Love that. Okay, awesome. You guys are amazing people. And thank you for saying hello to Christopher. This is the first time he's popped out in a couple weeks. He's been staying pretty busy inside with whatever he's doing. But apparently he's making new passwords today, and there's a lot of ones in it. So I can't wait to find out what that's all about when I go back inside or he brings it to me. But my little angel did show up to say hello. So yay. Hello, 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 hello. I'm so happy that you guys are here. It just shows me that what I'm doing is doing something. And it's funny because when they showed me, I'm going to go back to that breath work again this morning, is when they had us all flying, right? Because you guys were all up there flying with me. We were all flying around and we were doing the dance. I feel like we were doing this flying dance, right? And none of us ever touched the ground. It was just an amazing feeling. And that's what I want you guys to feel. You guys were a part of my meditation this morning. So I want you guys to feel that. I want you guys to feel the flight that was taking place. And it doesn't mean if you're on the call now or if you see this later, you were all there, because there were so many people that I couldn't even tell who they were. There was just people on people on people on people on people. But it was so much fun. It was so much fun. So I'm excited about that. So I hope you guys are feeling that too. Feel the flow. Feel the flow. Okay, so there are a couple of you that are still struggling to take your power back. I feel a little bit of struggle in the solar plex. So as we're talking, I'm just going to say that we get rid of that because energetically I'm tapping into someone that's watching now or in the future, and it's really time for you to take your power back from outside sources. It's really time for you to just be yourself and who you need to be. Because people on the outside of you, again, are not you. They're not in your shoes. They don't know what you're going through. And as we're going through this vibration, it'll change, right? Because Mother Earth is changing. Her vibration is changing. Look how much she's healing right now. Us not moving around is healing Mother Earth. Oh my God. You guys go to my Facebook and look at the Siesta Key picture that I posted the other day from Dylan, or whoever it was. I think it was Dylan. And the greens, the blues, it's so clean. It's so crisp again. So just know that everything that we're going through is helping everybody on a mass level, right? A conscious level, Mother Earth level. Everything that we're doing right now is helping everybody. But we have to help ourselves while we're there too, right? I see a lot of people that are still struggling out there. And I see this on my internet, on the internet, where they're posting out things like, woe is me, why is this happening to me? Well, you're setting yourself up for it in one way or another. Maybe it's still a belief system. Maybe it's a pattern you're still stuck in. It's something you definitely need to get out of. You just have to recognize what you're doing and step out of it. I feel like I'm a grandma in a rocking chair right now. But anyways, I'm just going to be a little bit of everybody today. But that solar plex area is starting to clear up now. So whoever that is, you've been working on it. You're asking for it to be cleared. You want to stand in your fullest and high power self. You want to stand in all that energy that you know to be your own and just own it. It's like, and this is funny because I've seen this quite a bit lately. I don't know how much you guys have seen this on Facebook, but people are out there saying, put on the armor of God. Does anyone know what that means out there? Hands, anyone? Oh, wait a second. I'll take a little drink. Because we all have it. All right. No one's raising their hands. All right. Bathed in the Christ light. I'll go with that, Goldylocks. It can be anything you want it to be, actually. Okay? But here's the thing. Our armor of God is our protection, right? And we can use my bubble and we can turn it into that if we want to, the armor of God, because we are God's warriors. We are God's light workers. We are here to withstand anything, right? We are all powerful. We are all powerful. And we forget that, right? Our human self totally forgets that, right? So, and I can feel the goosebumps starting to happen right now. You guys seeing them? Okay, they're getting everywhere, and it's hot as heck out here right now. So it's like we are putting on the armor of God. I feel like this is important right now as we go forward. And we are putting that out there. We are not taking on any more garbage. We are not allowing any more garbage onto us. We are not letting anything but love to penetrate our bodies and to penetrate our minds. Anything that's lower than that has to go, because we're not allowing that right now. So it could be the light bubble. It could be the love shield you work with. It could be anything you want it to be, but it's time to stand in that and not be distracted by outside sources, right? Because some of you guys are angels on earth, right? Some of you guys are letting your wings pop. Some of you have elemental work that you have going on here. Some of you have a lot of it. Okay, and here's the thing about our missions and our purpose too. Sometimes we don't know until it's that time, until it's that minute what we're supposed to be doing. Okay, I'm going to give an example. Like, I know I do my show every Wednesday, right? But let me tell you, last Friday on Good Friday, my guides, my angels, my higher self said, go get in the shower and you're doing a Facebook Live right now. I said, all right, I've never done a Facebook Live. I don't know how this is done. It's so easy. She says, all right, we're live in 5, and I count down, or I see the little thing disappear, and we're good to go. So here I am doing the live, and I'm looking around at all the buttons and see what they do, and people are like, talk. And I'm like, I was waiting for people to show up anyways. I don't know if people are going to show up. But anyways, it was me adventuring out again, but also listening to my higher self and telling me to do something, even though, you know, probably I didn't want to Friday, but my higher self said it's important that you connect with these people right now. And I listened to that, and it was very good. I had a very good response. It was good because I connected with people in Maine that I haven't connected to in a long time. And a lot of people don't know me as this person, right? They know me as the person I was, 30 years ago. And I'm not even close to that same person. Not even a little bit. I may still have the same big heart, but the rest of me is all changed. The heart has become bigger and kind of shed the rest of that off. And also about that love vibration, right? Because if you guys are standing in that love vibration, and it's so funny because they keep showing me hearts on top of hearts, on top of hearts. We got this whole rhythm going on, okay? And of course my 1111's there for my kid, but it's about, allowing that love vibration to break out of your body, go outside of your aura, maybe even be your aura if you want it to be, and let it even go out further than that. And I want you guys to let your love flow out of your bodies. And it can come out as a vibration too. It can come out as a ripple, because this kind of reminds me of a ripple too. Like if you threw a rock in the water, right? And then you have that ripple effect. So we're looking for that ripple effect. Okay, so you guys need to spread that love far and wide, okay? It's very important right now as we're moving forward, because there's a lot of stressed out folks out there. There's a lot of weird stuff going on out there that we still don't have a handle on or understand, but just know that more of it is going to come to the surface as we move forward. You know why? Because we've asked for truth. Some of us can't handle the truth, but we have asked for it. So just take little bits at a time as we're moving forward so you don't overdo it, because things were not as they seemed, right? And you guys are really starting to recognize that now, especially while we're in this, isolation time, right? Our free time at home, our time at home, whatever it is for you at home that you have going on right now. And I kind of made a joke the other day. It's probably more serious than a joke, but in the next 9 months, there's going to be a lot of divorces and there's going to be a lot of babies. So there's going to be a good balance there, right? Because people that are being locked up with their mates all the time are recognizing maybe that's not the perfect mate for them. And then, some of them are the perfect mate and they're making babies. So there's a lot of different stuff going on out there right now. But we have to find things to joke and laugh about sometimes too, right? You just have to. We have to make light of it sometimes, right? We just have to. So what else do you guys have going on out there? They're just sending, and you guys are working on your third eye today. I think that's why I had to shoot that beam out of my third eye today, because I can feel it right now. So you guys are either getting a download, there's something going on with the third eye to help expand it right now. So if you guys could feel that, I would love to hear a little handshake or a little raise your hand over there or a little heart, whatever, anything, just to know. because it's like, woo, I feel like, woo, this is the beam going. All right, Sarah says, will things get better for me family-wise? Well, let me tap in there for a minute, Sarah. All right, Sarah. Yes and no. Yes and no. I feel like there's kind of like this, the best way to describe it right now is like these little tidal waves are going on, okay? And not right this minute, but things will get better. I feel like this is where you're at right now, in the now, right? Okay. Now it's time for you to kind of like, they want you guys to all step back because I feel like everyone needs to go back to their corner. I feel like we're in a wrestling match or something, but I feel like there's 4 people in this. So I don't know if it's you and all the kids or whatever it might be, but I feel like there's 4 people. So I feel like y'all need to spread out a little bit and go, all right, what can I do different about this? Because I feel like you're all stuck in a little bit of patterns right now that need to be shifted a little bit, right? They need to be shifted for the better, and stop reacting. I feel like people inside the household or maybe in the family are reacting, and that's just what they always do. So they're not going to change real fast. You have to be the one to change first and go, all right, I'm not going to put up with this crap anymore, and place your boundaries. That's what they show me. So I hope that was helpful, Sarah. Oh, face the sun, gold to Gaia. Very important that we get out and connect with the sun, right? Because I feel like I'm definitely a sun baby. Especially being in Aries and all, you know, I love the sun. But definitely get out and get in the sun because the sun does charge us. It's our energy. It's our life force a little bit, as well as water, right? Make sure you're getting enough fluids and drinking enough good water for yourself. Those things are also important too. So, yay. Sarah, thank you. It makes a lot of sense. Yay, because I never know if it does. I just always hope that it does. And I'm never wrong because I allow the information to just flow. So just allow the information to flow from you guys. The more that I learn about using my abilities and everything, the more that I can teach you guys how to use your abilities. And I can tell you that some of you don't have to take nearly 30 years or 10 years or anything. All of a sudden you decide you want it to be on and it's on. Okay. And all you have to do is want it. All you have to do is desire it. And that will start to be on for you. And you will start to get the messages, right? Because I feel like a lot of you are right now anyways, your dreams. Oh my God. Some of your dreams are being crazy. My children are wrestling inside. I should not have brought up wrestling. See how that happens? I say it and then it happens inside. So it's like, I don't even know where I was going with that. All I can hear is the kids wrestling now. Children, you gotta love children, right? Especially brothers. Actually, it doesn't matter. Siblings always like to fight with each other, right? Excuse me a second. Yeah. Oh, too funny. They're like, oh, you're doing a show? Oh, sorry. I don't mind that they wrestle, but it's kind of distracting right now when I want to be here for you guys. So where should I go from here? Let's see. Oh, look, it's 1:44. All my numbers are showing up again today. So let's see. What else you guys got going on out there? Let's see. Vitamin D, sun loving. Yes, get our vitamin D from the sun, right? That's important. And it's been cloudy here lately. I wish it would hurry up and rain. So it would cool off a little bit because it's quite stifling today. Laura says, I would love a message. Laura, I would love to give you a message. Oh, Laura. Okay. Oh, this is so fun. You know your guides and angels are fun anyways, right? Yeah, you're getting all the laughter because we can be on the same page. Because we kind of showed up in the same place and they kind of laughed at us and they're laughing at both of us at the same time, if that makes sense. But you, girl, are on a fast track is what they're showing me. Okay. I feel like you just got in a fast little red car. Okay. And you're ready to just take off. Okay. You had no idea where you're going. You're kind of doing this. You have no idea where you're going, but you're getting in. And it's so funny because they're showing me the little red car and the little red car is taking off and just It reminds me of Evel Knievel, okay? Reminds me of him, and just taking off and going off into the blue yonder, and you don't know where you're going to end up, but you know that it's going to be good and it's going to be great. I also feel like your connections are coming on a lot stronger. They may be waking you up at night a little bit too. I'm feeling like little knocks on the door. But when you're tapping in for your readings, you're going to like bing, bing, many zones away. So I'm excited. I'm going to show up there with you. It'll be fun. Way to go, Laura. Woo! I love it. I hope that was helpful. Oh my God. Yes, on every point, she says. Way to go, Laura. I love it. I'm ready to get in my little red car and shoot off too. But it's all in divine time, right? We all have a lot of things going on that we need to shift, right? And if we're in that right momentum, right, we're going to lead ourselves in that right direction. We're going to be following our soul self and going in that direction that we're supposed to be going in. So this is fantastic. And she's ready to, woo, 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 woo. I feel like it's a 6-speed too. That's awesome. And I don't drive stick. I don't want to. It's easy just to put it in drive and go. Especially in traffic. Anyways, I'll race you too. Let's go. And it doesn't matter who wins because we're all going to end up in the same place. Isn't that amazing? We're all going to the same place. Love, 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 love. That's our energy. That's our vibration. That's what we're doing. Oh, Little Red Corvette Prince song. Yes, yes, yes. N, how do I return the incredible health momentum I had for close to 2 years that I seem to have lost? Okay, N, glad to see you're back. Let's see, let me tap into that. Okay, well, I'm getting that it can come online very quickly for you. You just have to allow it. You just have to get out of the past. You need to just focus on what's in the future. And do you see they have me snapping my fingers every time that I'm doing that? So we're kind of like going through it right now. And bam, it just, you need to just be there. Just, I go, I'm happy, healthy, and whole right now. My cells are regenerating. My cells are doing exactly what they need to do. My DNA knows what to do. I am taking control back. That's what I feel like is going to help you. So I hope that was helpful, and glad to see you're back. Goldylocks, let's see. Oh, Facebook, what we got? All right. I wish I knew how to pronounce names sometimes. All right. I'm going to, Sajuda. Hi, I would love a message if it's not too late. It's not too late. You're never too late on this show. I'll give them right up to the last minute. Never too late. All right. Let me see what I can tap in for you. Okay. So the first thing I'm getting for you, you need to clear your mind a little bit. I feel like there's a little bit of cloudiness. So there's a lot of thoughts that are going on that probably aren't serving you. They show me you kind of like pulling those old thoughts out because they're kind of cluttering where you would like to go in the future, because I feel like that part is clear, but there's like this heaviness of thought. And that's where I feel it is in your head. So it's definitely thought. You know, you have heaviness of thought right now that you need to kind of let go of. And maybe it's not your thoughts. And that also weighs a little bit on your heart chakra too. So that might be someone else's thoughts that you don't want to disrespect or, you know, have guilt about or something like that or whatever. They want you to let that go. They want you to clear these thoughts out because they're not yours. They want you to stand fully in your own thoughts and start to create the joy that you want in your life. Because I feel like you have clarity. I'm going to say it's about 75% clarity, about 25% clutter. So it's time to get rid of the 25% clutter that's going on upstairs so that you can be full and totally connected. I also feel like you went through a loss lately of some sort, because I feel that kind of in your heart chakra a little bit. So just work through that. Just know that you are loved and you are loved, and that you are moving forward with divine grace in your heart, and you are much, much, much more powerful than you believe you are. And then they show me you kind of like running off into the sunset. So I don't know what you're doing running off into the sunset, but it's going to be fun wherever you're going. So I hope that was helpful for you. It's so funny when I see these images in my head. I wish I could show you guys like this beautiful beach sunset and all that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. A big thank you to Reverend Tiffany. We had a winning chat session with her. Learn some good tools. Great time shared. Thank you for all you do. Thanks to you as well, Melissa. Thank you for tapping in, because my show would not be any good if I didn't have listeners now, wouldn't it? Or watchers, because now you guys can watch me. Remember, I forgot I used to be radio. I used to talk into my phone, and now you guys can see me doing this or whatever I need to do from before. Which is kind of cool, because I never really thought I would totally dig this part of it, but it's cool. I can do it. It doesn't bother me anymore. I used to be like, oh, well, I look like crap, because like last week you saw me and my hair was all up in a ponytail. Oh, I don't care. You know, we're all at home, and take me as I am or don't take me at all. Right? This is pretty much been my motto my whole year, my whole life. And it took me a while to get to that one, because I used to try to fit in and be very prim and proper and try to fit into wear the right mask for the right occasion. And now I'm just me. So take me as I am or don't take me at all, right? And I come from a love vibration, so who wouldn't want that, right? So let's see. We're halfway through the month of April. Holy cow, right? Halfway through April. Been on lockdown for a month, some of us already. This is our time to shine. Believe it or not, as we're sitting home, this is our time to shine. This is our time to shine ourselves up, take care of ourselves, figure out what it is we want to do next, figure out what we want to do in the future. How do we want to envision our life in the future? Because we are going to start to create that. That's our responsibility. We're responsible for what we're creating, whether it's that new house, that new relationship, better family relationships, or, you know, just having more free time to be by yourself, whatever it may be, you are the creator of that. And I'm here to remind you of that weekly. As we change up the energy again, I am here to remind you that you are the master creator of your life. No one is your puppet master. Beep, beep, beep. I see a little marionette walking around. This is how I used to feel like this would be me, and the little marionette would be beep, 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 or you do this and do that. We cut those strings. Those are ties to the outside world sometimes that come from our solar plex and maybe our heart, sometimes our mind, depending on which part we give up control of. But we are taking back control of everything now. We are going to be in complete control. And this is amazing. So you guys have no idea how amazing it is actually to be alive right now. I know there's a lot of crap going on, but I'm so excited. I am so excited about things that are going on. Sajuta says, yes, I just lost my uncle, whom I'm very close with, on the 19th of March. You are very beautiful. Thank you. And let me just say that your uncle is around you all the time. Even though it was a very short time ago, he is still very close to you and very attached to you. So thank you for tapping in today. And I'm glad your uncle was able to join us too. Ooh, Annette Williamson. Yes, a message, please. Oh, yay. She wants a message. Annette's calling in from Facebook. Yay. All right. Let's see what we got for you, honey. Oh, you're going. Okay. Annette. You're going a little stir crazy at home. You're wanting to touch people. She's my esthetician, just so everybody knows. If you ever need a facial in Sarasota, she's wonderful. She's dying to get back to work. I feel like she's dying to get back to work. She's missing her people. She's missing her clients. They're her outside family. So I feel like it won't be much longer before we can kind of like break into that maybe a little bit in May. I feel like they'll reduce some of our restrictions in May. So I feel like you have that going on. I also feel like even though Annette, you've been isolated from your family, it's actually bringing you guys closer in a way because you're having more conversation. So I feel like that's really good too. And I can also feel you missing your friends. I feel like there's a lot of things you're missing right now. It's like you're missing a lot of stuff. So just know that as we move forward in that, everything's going to fall into place. Oh, and they also want you to do more videos, more of your little educational videos. And they say that I'll share them for you. So they want you to do that too. So I hope that was helpful, Annette. I hope that was. You can text me anytime anyways, honey. All right, let's see. YouTube, Karen Lynn, wondering if you have anything for me. Sure, let me tap in for you, honey. All right. Okay, Karen. So what I'm getting for you, honey, is it took me a minute because there's a couple things going on up there, and I feel like it's your crown, your third eye. I feel like your abilities are starting to open, but I also feel like there's a little bit of confusion there. I feel like there's a blockage a little bit there. So as we're talking, I just wanted to release and let go. I feel like it's time for it to just go. But I feel like you have just changed something in your life, Karen, that is going to propel you in the right direction. Like there is this road that I see you're getting on, and you are just going to just cruise right down it. I don't see a lot of obstacles in your way unless you put them there, because I feel like that's kind of your mind kind of throws the obstacles in there. I also feel like there's a fear left. There's one major fear left. I don't feel like it's a lot. I feel like it's one that may be holding you back. So it's time for you to step out of that. And see, as I say that, it kind of removes that for me. I feel like I'm wearing this metal cap. It's almost weird. So I'm just going to remove that for you. So you let your higher self flow through you and help guide you in the right direction. So I hope that was helpful for you, Karen, because you have a lot of wonderful, wonderful changes coming up for you. All because you changed your way of thinking, which is very, very good for you. Anthony, can I have a message, please? Absolutely, you can. All right. Anthony. Anthony. Anthony, take a nice deep breath for me. Okay, much better. Thank you. Thank you for listening. And thank you for taking that breath, because it was allowing the energy to flow. I felt like you were kind of holding your breath a little bit. So there's a lot of changes going on for you, Anthony, I feel like. And in this is whatever is going on right now is I feel like you have this movie playing in your head. I feel like it's one of those old ones where it's on the reel. It's not a DVD or anything. I feel like it's on this reel, and I feel like it's going through, and I feel like you're almost through this life review. I feel like you're going through this life review, right? And I feel like you're picking out the parts that you don't want and the parts that you want to keep and the parts that you recognize. And I feel like you're doing a little bit of spring cleaning, but I feel like it's a life spring cleaning, because that's why they're showing me it as a movie. So just know that the more that you clear that stuff out, the clearer it will become for you. And also you need to make up your mind about which direction you want to go. I feel like you're on the fence about something, and you're back and forth about it. You just have to follow your heart. Don't listen here right now. And if you have to, get 2 pieces of paper, write down all the pros and the cons, because I feel like you need to visualize some of these things. Just weigh them out so you can see where you're putting your energy, and put your energy only where your heart's desires is. So I hope you find that very helpful. Woo, woo, woo. Anthony, I hope you find that helpful. Annette says, thank you. You're welcome, honey. Karen Lynn says, thanks so much for the heart. I thank you, too. You're welcome. Austin Parker, yes. I really needed to hear this today. Good. This is what's amazing, people, okay? When you need to hear something, it just shows up for you, right? It just shows up for you. And you may have never been on this show before, but it may have flown in front of you and go, hey, I need to check that out and find out what that's all about. That's you listening to your higher self so that you get the information that you need to get, right? Because sometimes I don't even remember Laura's shows coming on, and then all of a sudden I'm scrolling through Facebook, and then all of a sudden it shows me she's live, and I'm like, all right, I need to tap in. And if I'm not busy, I will. You know what I mean? So it's like the information that we need will flow in front of us, and the things that we need to hear to help propel us forward are there, as long as we are open to hearing and seeing them. Okay? Listening to our higher selves, being our higher selves. Okay? Whew. You guys are amazing. You guys have brought in so much energy with you today. You guys are leaving with so much energy today. Keep spreading that love around. I can't believe the hour went by already. I really just can't believe it. I just can't. Wow, I know the time went so fast. So I want to thank each and every one of you guys for tapping in today. And remember, next week, I think she put something over here in the little chat, but next week I won't be on Crowdcast. We'll be on a different platform. So go to Goldylocks Productions and like our YouTube channel and like her Facebook page, so that you're alerted when we go live. Okay. So you guys have a fantastic week, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Love you. See ya.